Hey, welcome to Metaverse Live, the official Metaverse dev blog. How you all doing? It is that time of the day again, well, that time of the week. Um, and as always, I am Mike Lockhart, one of the founding members here over at Medaverse Studios. I'm also the creative director on the current project over here at Medaverse Studios, codenamed Project Artificial Legacy. Um, yeah, and for those of you new to checking out this program for the first time, this is our weekly little catch up. So, it's a live dev blog. I mean, most people do little dev blogs. We just kind of write up a little description of what's going on with the project. We like to interact directly with the community more, and we decided to do something a little different, where we actually work on the game and talk about the current project and just kind of give you guys a little behind the scenes on what we do over here. And that being said, last week we were doing some 3D modeling for some promotional stuff. As you can see up in the corner above me, I've got one of these little 3D models sitting above. Pretty much they are placeholders to represent the stages of this project. And I will now, where can I want to, just looking for it. Here we go. Here we go. So last week we were working on getting these boxes done up. We were running into some issues getting things to run properly. I was able to, after the show, kind of finish it up. So now we've got these little placeholder block boxes that are all working, looking nicely, that we're going to be using for, not only are we using this for the marketing material to kind of help illustrate our plans for this project, but when we start compiling everything into the game, the menu select screen will actually use some of these 3D models for when you're selecting which game you want to play. So just because we're trying to illustrate the idea that people will begin, since we have not decided yet which platform future games would be, I just want to kind of doing the basics. So over here we've got the game we're currently working on, the NES version of the game. Over here I did the 16-bit where I placed the Genesis and the Super Nintendo. As you can see with the NES and Super Nintendo one, I was starting to eliminate Nintendo branding off of them. I didn't finish it up. I need to go back and I need to remove like the Genesis here, the Sega logo, remove PlayStation. I gotta remove these just because I don't want. They are trademarked items. So having them on there we can't do. So what I'm actually going to be doing is actually modifying some of this stuff to make it look different. Like right here with the Super Nintendo one, I just wrote Super stretched out. I'll probably take the Nintendo logo here, the classic N64 logo here, and replace that with something else. But I gotta do this across everything. But for now, it's just to kind of help give the idea. But yeah, so for 16-bit, I got Genesis, Super Nintendo. 64-bit, I got PlayStation and the Nintendo 64. And over here in the 128-bit generation, I got PlayStation, Xbox, and GameCube. Excuse me. I might go in and add Dreamcast, but for the most part, these are going to be like more or less the choices. I'm not going to have TurboGrafx 16 in here. I'm not going to have Sega Saturn in here, really. As I said, Dreamcast, maybe we'll just put that in for the fun of it. But depending on the path that we decide to go with this, depending on feedback from you, the community, and just us in general, we'll be able to determine like one of these, we'll be left with just one box for each of these. So 16-bit, we might go NES, Super NES, N64, GameCube. Who knows? Could go NES, Genesis, PlayStation, or we may even include all three in the last one if we decided the series were to go multi-console. These are decisions we got to make, but yeah. Anyway, I got the mapping done correctly, so everything looks kind of cool. You can do the whole entire 360 going around. The back of the boxes are, for the most part, they're almost all blank, but I wanted to try to get them at least look somewhat real. Also, eventually, when we get these, when each game gets done, we will actually populate the back with all the correct content. So, in theory, we could wind up doing is in game, you could actually look at the box. You could probably turn it around, look at the back, look at the information. We want to give that whole experience. We want them to really give this a whole illusion that these are. This was an actual series back in the days. So. Anyway, so yeah, there was a little thing I want to wrap that up, just giving you the update on that. We'll close that down now. And we will fire back up there. There we go. And I've decided that when we work on the project, to kind of help, so we know which project we're working on for the day, I've done a little icon above. When we go on to the 16-bit game, we will change the box out, so it'll be the other two. And just to kind of help us, help you guys to know which project we're working on during the show. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what we're going to work on tonight. Oh yeah, last week we were talking about working more on the level design for this game. Excuse me, a little gassy this afternoon. Drank too many sodas. Okay, so on this desktop, what we're going to work on today is actually start to map out the path for the game. Fire up Photoshop. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. It's been a little uneventful here for me. Okay, so we got that open. I'm going to open desktop. Is this one I want? Yes, that is the one I want. Oh, yeah, let's do 300. Just make it a little easy. Ooh, whoa. Okay. Bucket. There we go. So we're going to start off with this. We might have to extend it off on a bit more. But what we were doing earlier, for those again new to the show, we were mapping out with post-it notes the layout for the game. And tonight, actually, I'm going to do something. Give me a second. I'm going to just actually try to shrink this down a bit. Window capture. Add new. Sorry, I'm gone dark. I'm still here. There we go. So I'm actually going to, because I want to try and get this. What I'm going to do is make this so it's a lot bigger, because there we go. There we go. That's a lot better. This way you guys can kind of see what we're doing a little bit more. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get these blocks a little bit darker. So I just went online this afternoon, just grabbed a generated, there we go, just grabbed an auto-generated graph paper. We were laying stuff out on the, I really don't want to move it tonight, so just what we started doing is we started designing levels with. Oh, I don't even have that up. Where is it? Started designing level elements using post-it notes, and we were kind of laying things out, all sorts of fun things. These are just some that have been falling off of the board. So yeah, we were like designing them out. Each post-it note represented a screen for the NES game, and that was working all well and good. But after a while, after this, laying them out for a bit, I was kind of like, it was a lot of more trying to like, okay, where do we go next? And I figured what might work better is, I mean, this is not going to be doing 100% planning, but it's at least going to be able to allow us to lay out kind of the maze situation for this game. So that is where we are going to be working tonight. This is where the graph paper is going to be playing a key role tonight. And I'm really hoping we're not hitting some slowdown, guys. I still have not ran. I did not run a direct line to my computer over the weekend. Did not have time to. Going to try to do it this week. We're gonna see. I'm really hoping I can do this week. So yeah. So fun. Make sure I got the chat windows open for you with you guys. Everything looks looking good. Okay, let's pop back over here to Photo Schnapps. And we are going to start designing this. And I'm hoping this is going to work. I mean, I kind of am thinking like how I was going through, I was dissecting how Metroid did stuff. And Metroid, I mean, it was clearly done up where they used a similar thing where each section of it was practically a screen. It broke down nicely. Seeing if I still have that file on my computer over here. If I do, actually, wait, hold on. I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to go grab a flash drive because I actually don't have one down here. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab a flash drive. I'm going to transfer this Metroid thing over so I can actually talk to you guys a bit more about what I was able to figure out. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got my trusty Power Ranger USB drive. Let's see. Copy this file over. There we go. Sorry, it's just taking a little bit. Old USB. Yeah, so just a little thing. I mean, just kind of talking about what I usually do. Like when we've been developing a lot of this stuff with NES games, Super Nintendo Genesis games, we like to dissect existing games out there, kind of see. Forgot to cover the light. We do this to kind of like see and kind of get an idea how these things were built. Game design and development is a lot different nowadays than it was back then. So, there we go. Okay, plug you in. I think we are all set. Let's see. Flash drive. I want not that file. Oh, where? I just put on here. Oh, here it is. So, fire this up. So this is the complete map for original Metroid for the NES. You zoom in, see. So I mean, I went through this, and did I not grab the right file? Hold on. Uh-oh. Did I just geese up everything? Oh, there we go. Sorry, it's taking a little bit, guys. It's a big file. I'm hoping this is the right file. No, that is not the right file. Oh, man. Did I not grab it? Or did I not save it? Oh, crap. I did not grab the right file. Hold on, guys. Well, I feel silly. It'd be helpful if I grab the right file. Wow. Okay. Sorry. I was just reading something. I had a friend message me on Twitch, and yeah, Twitch. If you're listening, your message system sucks. Cause yeah, I get messages dating back quite some time. Oh my goodness, these are from the January 28th that I did not even freaking see till now. Thanks. Thanks, Twitch. You need a better notification system. Yeesh. Anyway, okay, let's get this file over. Let's copy now. Anyway, so this was the wrong one I wanted to show you guys. Let's see if we get the right one this time. So John, if you're watching, I'm sorry that I didn't get back to you right away. I will be sure to message you after the show tonight. Okay. Now the fun part, the waiting game. Oh, and you guys are not seeing the progress bar. Yeah, I'm loading it. It's taking a bit, guys. Holy cow, what is... Come on, Photoshop. Come on, Photoshop. Eat my resources. That's the one thing I'm kind of worried about tonight, guys, is that I am hoping Photoshop doesn't kill my machine. I don't think it will. I don't see why it would. But there we go. Whoa. And I shrunk it down. There you go. So, yeah, I went through and I really dissected how Metroid was built. The green spots here are just like generic information, like the intro screen, item information. These red squares here are actually solid walls. They really serve... I could not find any reason what purpose they really served. So I just kind of marked them as, hey, these are areas that you just can't go through. These pink ones are where actually bosses are located. These blue ones here are actually power-ups. The areas where you get like additional, like the screw kick, missile launcher, things like that. And then the white is actually just dead space. So, yeah, it's surprisingly, I'm actually kind of surprised on how simple of a map Metroid actually was. I felt like this thing was a freaking labyrinth when I was playing it back in the day. But, I gotta sit. I gotta find something else besides but all the time. And ooh, I just realized my video screen. Hold on. There we go. I had the overlay over. I was over the overlay. Okay, so, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so I mean, just going through this and kind of looking at how the level was built, I mean, you can see that certain areas were, like right here, I mean, these are just on top of each other. I'm pretty sure some of this area is designed for using the bombs to break through areas. Are you seeing my mouse at all? Oh, there we go. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, so just going through and dissecting it, we're like kind of looking at how things were built, and it reminded me a lot of Dungeons and Dragons maps. I don't know how many people out there play those games. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who play those games. I'm talking about like people in the chat room right now. Hit D to indicate that you play, guys. Play any Dungeons and Dragons players out there, or D&D. Okay, I got a couple. Anyway, so what I was thinking, it's like, hey, you know, this, as I said, really feels like an old Dungeons and Dragons layer, and Dungeons and Dragons map, which, I mean, back in the day, you used graph paper to draw it out. So I figured, what better way to kind of figure out how we're going to make this game and how it's audio cut out, music cut out. Anyway, let me finish my thought. What better way to kind of figure out how we're going to have this thing flow, how it's going to feel, than to actually kind of do it out on graph paper. And then once we've got this thing done on graph paper, then we can go to actually building it out on with post-it notes, where we can actually get more detailed. This allows us to at least get the basic layout, the structure down, the mat, like just how is it going to flow. Do we want to make it more complicated, more like a do we want to have it more mazy, or do we want to have it more like kind of a straight shot type thing? Sorry, the box was bugging me. I had to move it. I think I moved my seat, so I get distracted easily. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. There we go. Nah. I like having equal spacing around it. Welcome to Medaverse Live, where I futz around with the interface for a couple hours. Anyway, music stopped. Why did it stop? There we go. So music's back. We're here now. Good, everything's looking good. Photoshop's eating up 2 gigs of memory. Good. I think we are just making sure everything is looking okay. So we're going to start by figuring out this map situation. Now, I'm going to do this probably a couple times, not often. With Metroid, it starts here. This is where you start, right here. Right smack dab right there. That's your start point. There's where you get your morph ball. That's where the game starts. So it's actually kind of interesting that it starts like literally in the middle of the game. I mean, not in the middle of the game, middle of the map, which is interesting. So, we're not going to do that. At least not for the most part, because we start above. Well, now that I think of it, we might need to do that because yes, we start above ground, but we also go into a spaceship later on, which is technically way above ground, and we do a lot of sewer stuff. So actually having it right in the middle might make sense. Then again, we also are using teleportate. We're probably going to be... This is the fun part of level design. We don't know what the hell we're doing yet. Well, you know what? For now, let's just start putting stuff down. And if we decide to, we are going to rearrange things later. So, I'm going to flatten that layer, and we're going to start working on it. So, when we started, I'm going to keep referencing the map over there. I really do need to get a second webcam so we can actually focus on that. No, we can move things around. So let's start. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we start going down, so we're actually like this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The third one, we actually go down another layer. Oops. Don't want to do that. And we actually go over 1. And so that's the initial, right there, that blue area is the initial starting of the level. That's where you're kind of getting a feel for how the game plays, how the movement's going. And then from there, we unlock the area, we have an intro baddie there. Then go through 2 screens, and at this point now right here we went down at this point. but we also went sideways. So what I'm actually going to do, so I'm going to actually add an additional square. Then we go down. And then I'm going to do that. So what we had initially is we were up on the street, and right here is where you have the ability to go downwards, go into the sewer system. Then when you got to the sewer system, you had choice going right or left. And if you go left, I don't want you bumping into the old stuff. So we're going to have a barricade there, all black. So you go down here, and then it's going to have you go downwards. And I'm going to have it go, I think, 4 down. This way we can actually go sideways, either way pretty well. And let's see, we did 1, 2, 3, 4. So we did 4 more after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's, we have the spaceship there, which is locked. We have the 4 different locations you can go to. But now that we're underground here, we did 1, 2, 3. We did 3 again. And then we went down. Then we went over 4. Then we went up and over. And that's kind of where we left off on our basic map. So, I mean, we definitely have something to work on. Definitely a good start, I think. So from here, I think we got to kind of figure out what we want to do. So, like, how big of a map are we looking at for this thing? Now, I want to kind of avoid these big block areas. Do I or do I not? Actually, it's not a bad idea. I think I'm going to keep it. The problem with some of these areas is, I mean, we're only using probably half the actual screen. Half of it's black. The other half has got the tunnel you're going through. So I kind of want to avoid that. I want to utilize as much real estate as possible. I don't want it to feel weird, to feel like it's lacking. I'm going to close on the Metroid one for now. We really don't. Actually, a curiosity. It's about 30 wide. And what do we have? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, we're pretty close to actually doing the whole length of a Metroid game. No, at least the length, I mean, at least. So maybe we're going to try to keep it within this, and not exceed this length of an area. Trying to figure out how exactly do we want this. want to give it this maze-like feel. We got 5 sections that actually do need to branch off on their own too, which kind of is gonna be odd. Oops, did it again. We went. I'm just trying to flush this out. Oh, shoot, can't do that one. So hold on. Really, this area is bugging me a lot right now, and I'm not sure how I want to progress with this. Because it's already overly being cramped up. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to redesign this area a bit. This is going to stay the same because I'm very happy with how we designed this. We spent a lot. We spent like I think two shows designing this area, and this area is designed specifically to allow people to figure out how to play properly. And what I'm going to actually do, can I? Out of curiosity, if I fill, oh, it does kind of work. Well, I'm actually going to use a red just to kind of indicate a boss here. Is it? Oh no, it's not right there. Shoot. It's actually right here is the boss. So so we walk. This is where we decided not to split. We want to put one additional one in, and this is where we split. Right here we've got 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then a UFO. UFO. So I'm going to actually use a different color for those, because use green just to kind of help figure this kind of do things out. Maybe I just put one more additional one there, just to kind of, you can walk past it and not a big issue. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how we want to do this now. So have this go down a little ways, then we can branch off a bit. The question also is exactly how big do we want to make this game? I mean, we make it too big, it's going to become cumbersome and hard for people to go through it. If we make it too small, the game's going to be over quickly, and people are going to get a little annoyed with how fast this game plays through. I like being able to go up and down areas. Cross, go back up. And we got a nice empty area here that we can put some things into, which is nice. Don't want to make it too easy for people. I mean, we want to use up as much as possible in this area, so a big room area like that right there. So, I mean, eventually, one question we're going to eventually have to answer is, at what point do I have more bad guys show up? And we're going to have plenty of regular bad guys. I know, I'm being mean right now. Now, one thing what we're planning to do is make it so you go through these areas to find keys and stuff. So I'm going to use purple as my key indicator. So I'm gonna put a key right there. There's one of the keys. um, Now this is just a basic layout. We're going to try this thing out, see how it flows, how it feels still. Um, we might need to downgrade it later on. This whole entire time I could have been doing that. Now, one thing that I'm definitely thinking about doing, and it's going to be kind of a little evil in this, we're not going to really indicate which key goes to which room, and so you could wind up going in here and grabbing key for the room for building number 4 first instead of building number 1. See? So I'm thinking what we'll do is with one tunnel, you actually make your way back onto the surface and progress. And I'm going to put a big wall here preventing you from actually getting back, so you have to go all the way back through this again. Yes, I'm evil. I mean, yeah, this is really right now. I mean, it's not super complicated, super elaborate what we're doing here. It's pretty simple. we're just kind of building out this fun thing. What's the more fun part's going to be eventually when we're actually going in and putting everything together and building out these maps. Both those areas a little bit bigger. Making some of these areas like a little bit like a larger area so you can have like more hidden items in them. Put a hidden room right there. Yeah, once you get the item, you have to backtrack. Enemy's gonna respawn. I don't know. Actually, I never thought about that. Yeah, I could see the enemies respawning. Gives a little, at least gives you something to do on your way back. I'm adding some of these extra areas because I want there to be sections where you can go in and find items. Hidden items are, in my opinion, is very important for a game like this. You need to give people a reason to kind of search throughout stuff and some of these like one offshoot things are gonna be like, or two offshoot things. They're just gonna be like little hidden areas that you can. We'll find some way to make it so you can access them. Now, for those of you who are currently copying down this whole entire map, this is still subject to change. I think we talked about it in one show, how we were definitely already planning that. We're not going to show you where like all the hidden items are. We're not going to show you. So there are the 4 keys where they're going to be located, at least in this version right now. I think. Yeah, wow. I think we just. I think this is gonna work. Yeah, I want to put some bosses in here. They're not actually. I'm not actually calling these things bosses. Probably not the right idea. They're just gonna be tough guys, like just guys who are just challenging the fight. I like having a few of them here and there, just so it gives you this like extra challenge. I mean, these are not like final boss type guys. These are like mid boss things. The big bosses, the guys that are gonna be a real challenge, will be in like the other areas, the places you're gonna grab these keys for. I just don't want to make it super easy for you guys. And there's a guy who you go in there and fight him, and we might just drop. Some of these ones are like kind of like in the middle of nowhere, like this guy here, this guy here. They'll probably like allow. They'll give you something maybe. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna move that one up. This one's gonna be kind of a jerk one. We'll have something special there, maybe. I don't know. The court just could be a jerk spot. So there's that. Oops, I don't want to select the color. So now these areas here are going to be a little more tricky. They're smaller too. Da, da, da. Yeah, I got some ideas for this area here. not gonna shed any lights on it, but there's gonna be a reason why you have these connection spots later on. So we got one. Where else? Put one there. Right now I'm just having fun, guys. Just figuring out how I want things to flow. Now, based on this already, I'm definitely going to add a second page just for the final section. This is going to be probably going to be a surprisingly large game the more I'm building this. I was not really expecting it to be so big. I might need to scale some stuff down. this is gonna be different. Trying to utilize the space I have so I don't have to add additional areas. See all the areas where I change things. Yeah, so those special rooms you go into, yeah, they are going to be full of these mid-bosses type guys, and they're going to be hard. I'm not going to... I want this game... I mean, this is an NES style game. These things are going to be hard. Excuse me. So... yeah, so I think that is going to work out just nicely. I mean, this is giving us a rough idea of what the layout for the game will be. I mean, these could still change. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We don't know which one goes to which. I'm going to... see, the way we had it is like these were... one goes here, one goes there, that one there, that one there. I want these things a little bit more like a maze where like you can go one way, dead end, or go another way, and you know what? I'm gonna actually eliminate a couple. I think that works. That face looks like a creeper. Okay, did not purposely do that, so yeah. know which ones will be the easy routes and which will be the hard routes, or which ones will be section 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't decided which ones are which yet. Ooh, I thought it was something. Ha ha ha. What? That one has 2 keys. Oh, that would be not. Oh, I like that idea. We're going to double up these keys on this one. Yeah, I mean, it's a little interesting tonight, guys. I wound up selecting the thing on Hoopla that actually did a variety of different types of music. Figured we'd give it a shot, and some of it I like, some of it's a little weird. Make that one easy. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to save this before I lose it. There we go. It's better that way. Ugh. So there, we've got the first level. And yeah, it is a lot more complicated than anything Metroid threw at us. So, I mean, again, this may or may not get simplified down. This may or may not get less complicated. You know, there's always a possibility I might trim some of this back. Take some of this huge area here and actually cut it and maybe make that into the spaceship stuff. Don't feel like this is overly complicated. I don't know. One thing I need to look at maybe is looking at something like I think Castlevania had similar setups. See how complicated their stuff was. Like even technically Legend of Zelda, I'm pretty sure Legend of Zelda was a lot more complicated. I know Legend of Zelda was a lot more complicated. See, I think Metroid had going with it was a lot more backtracking, going back and forth, back and forth. I don't want backtracking per se. I want maze, where it's like, oh, I took a wrong turn. I should have taken a left back there. And the only time you're not going to go, oh, I got to go down this corridor again and again a couple times. I don't want that. I want it like you only going to go down it once and probably never again. Though there are going to be enough collectibles in these things that you're going to want to go through the whole section. So, yeah, so I think that's looking good. Anything else I want to do? Nah. Wow, that took a lot less time. Boy, that took a lot less time than I was planning. Jeesh. Boy. What do I want? What do we want to do now? game's getting cut off. Oh boy. Okay, so I mean that's good. I guess the next thing to start, power-ups would be the next thing we probably do. There are specific power-ups that you all will get in this game, and probably having instant indicators where we want to put those would probably be good. We'll use a yellow for that. I'm gonna make another quick. Be right back, guys. I need to make a pit stop. All that soda I drank earlier today to be awake for tonight's show is starting to go through me. So I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. That was refreshing. Okay, so yeah, I think our next step will be power-ups. Now, this game handles. Sorry, dropped something. Now, unlike a lot of other things, I mean, the power-ups on this is going to be handled a little bit differently. This is going to be handled a lot differently. We actually. The original idea for the power-ups was going to be something similar to Contra, where you had random drops, but you know what? Something like, you know what? I think I have an idea. Let's start off with these small things. So, like, the idea could be like, you need to go here first, get this power up here. If you're planning to fight this guy, you pick up that key, then you go back through. Da, 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 da. Nope, can't fight him. So maybe you have to go up here. Fight this guy. No. Maybe. So you go here. You have to first go down here, get this power up, go back up through here. Da, 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 travel through, fight the guy. There, you get the first key. Go, da, da, da. Using the same power up, fight this guy. Get this new power up. Progress through here. I don't want that actually. Oh. Can't do that though. Oh wait, I had ideas for those. Okay, so yeah, you get the power up, go up here, fight this guy, go down here, grab that. You go back up, go through here. Okay, you got both keys, both parts there, so you go with that. So here. Power up there. Power up there. I know the idea with this way. You go through here. You fight him, you might lose, but if you go here, grab this power up, fight this guy, fight this guy. If you go this way and try to fight him, you probably have a problem. So you have to go back here, fight this guy, grab this power up, fight him, grab this power up, go back all the way here, fight this guy, get that last piece. This way, put power up there, so you fight him, probably take care of him easily enough. And fight, grab the next power up, then go here, fight, should be fine. That could be evil. I don't know. No, this could be an evil idea. I'll just go. And again, this may or may not make it into the game, but the idea could be like, okay, you tell me here. Either way, you fight this guy with how you'd be normal. You can grab the power up. If you're doing it straight in front of this guy, you wouldn't be able to get through him, or it'll take a long time. I think all these bosses with your basic weapon can be taken care of fairly easily. But with these power-ups, they give you a temporary boost that allows you to go through them a lot easier. So you fight him, grab this other boost, go down here, go up here, fight him, then go back down, grab this power-up, go back up, fight him, grab both pieces, and then go down. And then, I mean, you could just go here, grab this power-up, go here, fight, go here, say, hey, there's no power, grab that power-up, go here, and fight him, but it's going to take a lot longer if you had not just taken this one to fight him. So yeah, there we go. So next we're on this one. Come on out. We'll put power up there. Easy guy, hard. Go through here. Power up there. Power up there. So beat him, get the power up here. Fight this guy easily. Put power up there. If I power up there, this power here up here will not be easy for either of those guys. So you will come backtrack up here, fight this guy, grab the power up, and you're done. So there. That definitely works. I like that. That is good. I like it. Okay. Let's see what else. That's gonna be the next fun thing, is creating some of these new power-ups. Do we illustrate a power-up on there? We did not. Power up there. Power up there. Now the power-ups is going to be a good option just to get you to go outside the comfort zone, outside following the map to a T, and finding some of these items. Now, just because it's yellow here doesn't mean it's actually also going to be some of these I actually go back and actually correct them. They're not going to be power-ups. They're just going to be like boosts. Maybe like extra lives, things like that. Some of these will trick you into thinking that you're... Yeah, I'm going to trick you guys in some of these areas. I think that's good. I don't want to put too many of these things in here. Sometimes you just gotta lean back and look at the whole thing. Figure out anything else I want to do. Fun part's gonna be building all this out later. Save that out. Next thing I'm thinking is health items. Let's put some of those in. Just do them as white. We had a health item here. Actually, hold on. No, we had a health item here. A health item there. Health item there. Excuse me. You know what? I'm not going to actually highlight where health items are going to be yet. Because honestly, health items are going to be... We're going to play through it and then determine whereabouts would be good spots for health items. I don't feel like we need to map out everything. Like, also, we're not mapping out where regular bad guys here are going to be. I feel like that type of stuff needs to almost be randomized. Well, not randomized, but as we build it out and then play through, we just know, oh, this area is too easy. Let's add some more bad guys. This area is too hard. Let's add some extra health items. Things like that. So, let's save this again. I'm sorry for the yawning, guys. I've had a long day today, so I'm kind of pooped. That's why I was drinking so much soda. Had an energy drink, had a couple sodas, just to try to keep my energy up for tonight. So, okay. Kind of looking over right now, see if there's anything else I want to do. I feel like that's a pretty good map as it is. I don't think I really want to do many more changes. Sorry, just reading the chat a bit. No, I know it does seem like it might be a little small, but I feel that once we've got, like, we gotta keep in mind this is an NES game. We don't have infinite room to play on this, but I feel like once you gotta remember these, each square is a screen. It's not really. I mean, it's a somewhat small area. It's not super small though. just out of curiosity. Right now, I'm just trying to find a Legend of Zelda map. Oh. I might have found something kind of interesting. Yeah, give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm trying to find a good shot of this. Let me see. Hold on, I'm gonna switch over to. Oops, that was me. There we go, much better. Okay, so bring this up here. So I'm kind of looking at this and how Legend of Zelda was kind of built out, and wow, I didn't really realize kind of how small Legend of Zelda was. It felt big. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's only 16 by 8, so I mean it's actually pretty damn small in comparison. I mean, even when you find one that has like the whole entire map, it's still not super huge, which has got me a little worried that maybe our map might be a little bit too big. Which game is this? What game is that? That doesn't look like Zelda. Where is it? Wait, this is Zelda. Why does it? Is this? No, this is. This can't be NES Zelda. Hold on. No, this. This is looking like a different Zelda game. Maybe? I'm trying to find the start area. Maybe it is. That can't be. I don't think that actually was. I don't think that was. I think that's a different Zelda game. That's the yeah. Legend of Zelda was not. Surprisingly, it's not as big as I thought it was. Ooh, are these the dungeons? Even the dungeons aren't as huge. So like I said before, what we designed today might want to get scaled down. Yeah, see, these maps are definitely, the Legend of Zelda map is definitely smaller than what I thought. Wow. It's funny how you can feel like these games are huge, but in all honesty, they're not as big as you think they are. Curiosity. Yeah, probably not the best example. Yeah, again, these things weren't that big, so I got a feeling we might have to wind up downgrading a bit compared to what we have here. I think all this, I think in general this should be fine, but I feel like we might need to chop some of this off and make it into the spaceship level and not have it all as the... Oops, I totally misspelled that. Yeah, see, even Ninja Gaiden, which I'm going to say it's got a little bit of inspiration there, it's still pretty damn small in comparison. This is why you kind of want to sit down and kind of analyze this stuff, see how things are done. So I feel like, well, I think this whole thing can still be done. We definitely need to chop out some of this stuff into making it into this, the third point. See what we can do. Oops. Fine. You don't want to? You don't want to. Oh, that's why. Ha ha ha. so there we cut that off. It's just a random area here. We'll add an extra power up right there. So we got your key here, key there. Okay, so... Oops. That's not what I want. And... what color should I use? There's your endpoint. So you get in here, go through all this. You get 1, 2, only 2? I feel like we need to add. Nah, 2 actually might work. So there. So now we got the 3 different sections. Okay, you know, I'm gonna do something. Just because it's so hard to see the different sections here. Yeah. Just going to split them up a bit so you can see the different areas on the map. So right now, I just realized I probably should use gray for this. It's the spaceship. Yeah. Well, let me just finish filling this out, and what I'll do is I'll do a color replace on this one. Okay, color range. Let's just change to a nice gray. So there we got that one. And let's change. Just trying to get a little color. Just a couple color variations. There we go. Now I am definitely looking forward to making the Super Nintendo one next, or the Genesis one, whichever one we decide, because that way we got a lot more area to work with, which will allow us to really go crazy on the map. I really want to go I'm excited for that one. I'm all excited to go all out, making this crazy, making a super crazy level. There we go. And this last one. Here we go. Few last clicks. There. Now that you can definitely tell the different sections of the map. Our blue here area is going to be your base area. The areas you got to go around collecting the 4 different keys so you can unlock the 4 different dungeon areas. Once in here, you'll have to collect the 2 keys per dungeon, so that's 8 keys there to unlock the spaceship area. And there, honestly, I don't think you're really going to need these keys. It's going to be more about getting the power-ups to defeat the bad guys, and probably getting a bunch of health items to defeat this final boss, which actually I'm making him red. And I'm going to actually make this one a slighter darker red, because he's going to be hard. This guy's going to be brutal. And then nice orange. Oops. Nice blue. For victory, or first place. Yeah, I like the yellow gold there. So there, that's how it's gonna go. I think this is still small enough where we can actually cram this all into an NES cartridge, unlike the previous idea where we were going to have to divvy this. We were still hadn't even gotten the UFO end of it. Feel like we can probably squeeze a little bit more. There, we'll figure out what we want to do with those little extra areas. Probably just have like some health items or power-ups. You could still do that. But there, so there we go. We have got the foundation. Oh, actually, you know what? We got this whole area here. Huh. Just when you thought I was done. There. I know, I want to squeeze every inch we can out of this thing. I do need to kind of go in and figure out exactly what map-based limitations we might run into. But I think this is going to work. Again, there's still a possibility I might have to scale it down a bit. That's going to be something where I'm definitely have to go look into a bit more. But I think this looks good. I think this is a good starting point for how the game's going to progress, how the game's going to work. And for the most point, I mean, so yeah, the idea would be like you want to. Wow, my daughter's being rough upstairs, bouncing around upstairs. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, you go through this area, go through all this maze, finding the keys. Unlock door 1, go to 1, get the keys there, go through here more, grab the door 2. You could also just go through all this at once and grab all the keys and then go 1, boom, 2, boom, 3, boom, 4, boom. But I might make it so that you kind of need to get certain power-ups or something. I don't know. We're going to work on it because, again, I don't want you to have to go here, get the key, go back, and get something out here. They go unlock the get next. That's annoying. I don't want to do something like that. So if you wanted to, you could probably go through this whole entire section, grab all the keys, then just go one after another through all these things, getting all these pieces here, then get into here and complete all this objectives in here to beat the game. So yeah, woohoo! We got this done today. I am so happy we got this done. I mean, this is something that I think is definitely going to help with doing the layout next. Start building out the stuff in Unreal, so we can actually start laying out puzzles, where you want to put collectibles, where we want to put bad guys, etc., etc., etc. Definitely a good area. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to start working with this. And with that, that is the end of tonight's show. Thank you all for coming out, hanging out with me tonight. It is always great to end on a high note and with some really good finalizing something, getting something done. Always nice to have something done in the end. So yeah, again, whew, I'm excited. I got a little rush going on. I'm excited. Anyway, thank you all for watching tonight. If you want to check out more on what we do over here at Medaverse, you can go check out previous episodes, which we have hosted over on YouTube at youtube.com/Medaverse. You can also go over to our official website, Medaverse.com, where we have most of the episodes up over there too. I mean, pretty much they're just linked back to YouTube. So, I mean, if you go to YouTube, that's what you're going to find at Medaverse.com. Medaverse.com just usually is just a nice central point where everything is hosted pretty much. So, if you are watching this for... actually, that pretty much just took you there. If you're watching this for the first time, want to see old episodes, go over to YouTube. We do this every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. Wait, did I say that? Oh, man. A little fuzzy day. Anyway, so, yeah, we do this over here on twitch.tv/meta_force, which is my personal private channel. You can also go check this out on YouTube live every Sunday night at youtube.com/Medaverse. It should be right on the front page when we go live. If you want to know when we go live, we do make the announcement over on Twitter, where we also post a couple of little tidbits here and there, which is over at, actually the link below, the little tag below at twitter.com/Medaverse Studio. And if Facebook is your thing, we are on over at Facebook at facebook.com/Medaverse. It's a good way to contact us outside of email, because I get notifications over there. Both of our developers get notifications over there. So if you want to send us a message, we'd be able to reply back to you within 24 hours. And we are also over on Instagram, and I believe it's Medaverse, Instagram.com/Medaverse Studio, I believe. I don't remember. Let's check it out quickly, shall we? Yes, it's Instagram.com/Medaverse Studio. And I think that is all the social media stuff that we do currently over here. So again, thank you all for watching. Great show tonight, guys. Thank you so much for just chilling out. Next Sunday, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing yet. I'll put together something. We'll figure it out. Might do a drawing thing. I started working on that piece a couple of weeks ago. Haven't finished it. Would really like to be able to get that into Photoshop, start coloring it, get that piece done. So we'll see what we do next week. But again, thank you all for watching tonight, and I will see you all next week. So long.